Chapter 1. The beginning. It was a strange time for everyone. The world was in lockdown due to the coronavirus pandemic, and people were staying indoors as much as possible to avoid contracting the virus. In a 10-story apartment building, a young boy named Alex was alone in his apartment. His parents had gone to their hometown, and he had chosen to stay back to finish his studies. Little did he know that he would spend the next few months all by himself. Days passed, and Alex started to feel the loneliness. The only sounds he could hear were the chirping of birds and the occasional ambulance siren. He had nothing to do but to study and play video games. He would occasionally step out of his apartment for some fresh air and to see if anything had changed, but the streets were always empty. One day, he noticed that there were two girls in the opposite apartment. He had never seen them before, but they seemed to be in the same age group as him. He wondered why they had not gone to their hometown like everyone else. Alex watched them from his balcony, but they never noticed him. Chapter 2. A helping hand. One day, the girls approached Alex's apartment and asked for his help. They needed some groceries, and they didn't have a way to get to the store. Alex was hesitant at first, but he decided to help them. He went to the store, got them the groceries they needed, and brought them back to their apartment. They thanked him and went back inside. Alex was surprised that they had asked for his help, but he felt good that he had done something for someone else. He thought about the girls and wondered why they had not gone to their hometown like everyone else. He decided to go and ask them. Chapter 3. The friendship begins. The next day, Alex went to the girls' apartment and introduced himself. They were surprised to see him, but they welcomed him inside. They talked about the lockdown, their studies, and how they were dealing with the situation. Alex found out that they were in the same grade as him and that they had decided to stay back because they didn't want to miss their online classes. They spent the entire day together, playing board games, watching movies, and talking about everything under the sun. Alex realized that he had found two new friends in the most unexpected way possible. They promised to keep in touch and to hang out whenever they could. Chapter 4. The lockdown continues. Days turned into weeks, and the three of them spent every day together. They helped each other with their studies, cooked meals together, and watched movies late into the night. Alex realized that he had never felt lonely since he had met the girls. They were always there for him, and he was there for them. As the lockdown continued, they found ways to keep themselves occupied. They learned new skills, took online courses, and even started a small online business. They knew that the world had changed, and they needed to adapt to survive. Chapter 5. Life after lockdown. Months passed, and the lockdown was lifted. Alex's parents returned, and the girls' families came back too. Alex, the girls, and their families met and spent time together. They reminisced about their time together and promised to keep in touch. Alex realized that the lockdown had brought him something he never expected, two great friends. He knew that no matter what happened in the future, they would always be there for each other. Conclusion. In the end, Alex learned that sometimes the most unexpected things can bring you the most joy. He never thought that he would find two great friends in the middle of a lockdown, but he did. He also learned that in times of crisis, it's important to be there for each other and to find ways to adapt to the situation. After the lockdown, Alex, the girls, and their families stayed in touch. They went out together, celebrated birthdays, and even went on a few trips. Alex realized that his life had changed for the better since he met the girls. As time passed, they all went on to pursue their dreams, but they never forgot the time they spent together during the lockdown. They stayed in touch, and whenever they met, they would talk about their experiences and the lessons they had learned. Years later, when they had all grown up and moved on with their lives, Alex looked back on the lockdown as a turning point in his life. He realized that it had brought him not only new friends but also a new perspective on life. He was grateful for the experience and for the people he had met. The end.